Can you give us a little bit of insight about what it is like upon death for humans?
Well, it's a little different for everyone
Mhm.
because there's different areas in home that you can that are available to you. So let's say if you live a life and you have a belief system that you have worked on all your life, and it is a belief system that there is nothing after this life, nothing, and so it's ashes to ashes, and upon your death you die. And guess what continues is your soul and your body becomes a spirit, but that spirit has been shaped by your belief systems for all those decades that you lived on earth. So now the soul is in a new environment, but it's still using its old belief systems and it's saying nothing exists. So guess what happens? Nothing, nothing, nothing happens. And so they are left in this nothingness until something sparks. And the spark is called curiosity. The spark is like, I think I'm thinking, am I still existing? Where am I? And then maybe they think about their dog or their grandmother or somebody that they recall a fondness of. And if they have transitioned, then that leaves an open pathway for them to come in. So the dog can come in, that dog's energy, and say, hi, remember me? And wait, now we have a conversation between the two until that spirit decides in their own timing and free will to awaken themselves. There's nobody here in the home where I am that says, you have to be a certain way. And you got to get here and you got to get to work and you got to forgive yourself and you got to do these things and you got to mark it off your list because the only power that can give you things to do or judge you is yourself. That's it. Like if you have a religious belief system and you have a God in your life, God is going to love you unconditionally no matter what. God is not going to judge you, harm you. God is going to lift their arms out or reach their arms out and scoop you up no matter what experiences you're having. And if you have a spiritual belief system, it's the act of the universe or all that is or greater love or source is always going to reach out and support and love you because you are the expression of source. You are the expression of God. And without your experiences, then how could God know himself or herself? How could source know themselves without you being exactly you? You can't make any mistakes that way. So when you pass away, whatever you believe is going to happen to you on earth is what is going to occur to you. So there are times where spirit people transition and they end up in the nothingness until they find themselves. There's times where people transition from something really traumatic, like an accident, or their death was really sudden and it wasn't expected, and they end up in a healing space. And their energetic body is getting healed and mended until they have the strength to come to. And then sometimes you transition and you just walk right over here and you go, hey, Maitland. And you know exactly where you are and what's going on. And you're just like, oh, I can breathe again. Look, I can move my fingers and I can do all these things and I'm full of love. And sometimes people, when they transition, they're confused. They come over and they're like, am I dreaming? I don't understand. And then family, the big thing on this side is that family comes to greet you. But what I like is when your animal family comes to greet you too, and your spirit teams. So all the animal companions that you have experienced in your lifetime, they all show up for you as well. And I've seen that trees and other creatures show up to greet you as well. Because sometimes people are really attached to the landscape and to their garden and to a particular plant they talk to all the time.